Good afternoon, I'm Jeff Lyons. This is the 2:30 streaming show along with news. We have Jamie and Robinson waiting in the wings here to bring you up to date on news. I'll give you a little bit of weather here. It's hot weather, I can tell you that. And just looking outside, it's a beautiful day out there. We've had sunny skies, but it is quite warm and we are on alert now for hazardous heat all the way through next week, at least through Tuesday. That heat index could top the 105-degree mark, and that's the combination of the heat, temperatures in the mid-90s, and the humidity. That heat advisory, by the way, is pretty broad in its coverage, basically all of Illinois, Missouri, Western Tennessee, and Kentucky, and all the way up into Michigan and Wisconsin. So if you're traveling over the next few days, it's going to be tough to beat the heat regardless of where you go in the Midwest. Temperatures will stay right at the top there through much of next week. And while our heat advisory goes through Tuesday, we may see it extended even a few more days into next week since the conditions basically will not change. That risk, at least the health risks from the heat, will increase dramatically by Sunday. That's where you see the red on here. And that's when you need to be especially cautious, making sure you're hydrated. If you're not acclimated to the heat, avoid it. And if you can't avoid it, just take it in little doses out there. And the main thing is just to drink a lot and take frequent breaks if you're not acclimated. A lot of people work in the heat all the time and it's not that big a deal. But if you're more of a casual heater, then make sure you've taken precautions. Our peak heat index forecast for the next few days. Tomorrow, actually right up there at 105. So we're going to hit the ground running here with the first full day of summer and then close to that level on Sunday and Monday. Of course, nothing on the radar. This heat and high pressure in the area will keep us pretty quiet all the way through the weekend and into much of next week. Even to our north, this decaying line of showers and storms has no chance of making it into the tri-state. We have no chance really for showers or storms until perhaps Sunday, maybe a stray thunderstorm or two, but even that is a pretty long shot. Here's a look ahead on the hour-by-hour forecast, and we have basically clear skies, a lot of sunshine out there, and plenty of degrees. 88 is our current temp now. That feels like 89, and actually with the dew point at 63, it's a pretty good combination. The problem here is that the dew point, or the amount of moisture in the air, is going to rise over the weekend, and so we will start to see that more intense heat. Already Lincoln, Nebraska at 101 to peak at 95 today. And of course, these are locations out in the plains. Look how far north that heat extends, all the way up to Pierre, South Dakota at 95. For tomorrow, the temperature will rise quickly into the mid-90s by early afternoon and stay there. Our cloud cover virtually zero, so the sun unfettered access there to the surface to heat things up. We have high pressure essentially controlling the weather for the next several days. Not only will it keep skies clear, it will also pump up that tropical moisture from the Gulf. May lead to a few isolated showers there early next week, but other than that, we're not looking at a widespread chance of rain for at least a week. 71 degrees tonight with clear skies out there, and then tomorrow the aforementioned 94, but the heat index up to 105 or so. Plenty of alert days on the board here, at least through Tuesday with the excessive heat, and we may see it extend all the way down the line. So try to stay cool here as we kick off summer this weekend. When we come back, Robinson Miles and Jamie French will be here to bring you up to date on the news. Thanks for watching. Have a great afternoon.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14First Alert Weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices. Live from 14 News, this is a 14 Digital News Desk update.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us for our 2:30 streaming show. I'm Jamie French.
And I am Robinson Miles. Very excited to be here with you guys today. And the 24 of you who realize that there's nothing better you could be doing on a Friday afternoon than hanging out with us. This
Hello
was
to
the
everyone
right
on
choice.
Facebook. Yes.
So first of all, the person who seems to get it is Matthew, who says he is going to be running in the 5K tomorrow in Evansville. I know that comment was for Jeff, but I'm going to respond to it anyway. That is actually the first thing we are going to be talking about today, the Autism Evansville fundraiser this weekend, the Autism Walk and 5K event. Now, this is tomorrow from 8 a.m. to noon at the Vanderburg 4-H Center.
Now, if you do remember, the event was rescheduled from April 19th. Originally, we had severe weather. How ironic that it is now rescheduled to another alert day. But thankfully, this time it's just heat. We're not talking anything severe, no rain. You just have to stay hydrated and take care of yourself.
It'll look nice.
Yeah, that's of course. But at least it's early, too. The 5K run kicks off at 8 a.m. Hopefully, you guys can beat the heat. Family-friendly activities begin at 9 a.m. We're talking lots of fun stuff. Glitter tattoos for the kids, characters, dinosaurs. First responders will be out there with their vehicles to show those off. Also, bounce houses and inflatables. That's fun.
Win.
Kids Dash will be at 10, and then, of course, the family walk will be at 10:30. That's for everyone to join. You can bring the strollers and the wagons. You can all walk that together.
All right. Now, if you get a first responder to get a glitter tattoo with you,
gosh.
I need you
that,
to
guys.
send me a picture.
Send us a photo.
Please. We're on social media. We're obnoxiously on social media. Please make us a part of that. Well, signups are still being accepted now on their website, autismevansville.org. Now, of course, the event raises funds for support, resources, and programs for families affected by autism in 7 counties across Southwest Indiana. So you can tell they really are making the most of this, a very, very cool event.
Yeah, and if you do go, you will see a familiar face. Jeff Lyons will be emceeing the event again, so say hi to him. Maybe offer him some water. It will be hot out there.
Please. Yeah, this is actually a really cool event for those who have ever wanted to run a 5K while also on fire. So that will be a really fun thing.
Very true.
Oh, okay, she gets it. The humidity.
Gingers don't do well with humidity. Girl, I get it. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, you would
I don't even
understand
know who it is.
that
I
better
get
than
it.
most.
I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so spending the whole time in the pool, that is what I've been looking forward to with my wife all week. That's the only plan we have for tomorrow. We have tons of chores to do, and yet the pool is the only thing that we know we are going to doing.
Good plan. Well, hey, if you need plans tonight, Rob, we got you. Friday after 5. It's on.
Finally.
We don't have rain.
No storms
It
tonight.
can happen.
We
Friday
did
after
it.
5, guys.
We just changed what kind of terrible weather we're going to be having. A great
Yes,
weather, fun,
yes.
sun, enjoy. Friday after 5 tonight, the Kroger Street Fair opens at 5 on Veterans Boulevard at 8:20. Cam Thompson and DJ Shea on the main stage at McConnell Plaza. But first, at 6:05, Dueling Guitars will take the Overlook stage. Now, this is a big deal, everybody. Fun fact, 14 News Sunrise anchor Casey Mason has a connection to Dueling Guitars.
That's right. It is her father, Scotty Mason, and his bandmate, Ricky Byrne. They do a little bit of classic rock, country, Motown, and funk. Let me pull up a picture of Scotty here so you know what we're talking about. This is the band. You guys want to check them out. A big bonus, too, if you are headed to Friday After 5 to hear them. You just might recognize Miss Casey up there. She might join them for a song or for 2. So any 14 News Sunrise fans, be sure to go check out Friday After 5 tonight, and you can also see Casey and her dad.
Yeah, okay. It's one of those things. Is this great? Yes.
Absolutely.
But it does highlight the thing of, I wish I had a secondary talent that I could
know.
trot out in events like this.
Yeah.
Knowing the trombone from middle school does not lend itself to Friday After 5.
No,
it doesn't.
you're not there, buddy. I'm sorry.
I know. Not that
to
I want
anchoring.
to.
Stick
not,
to anchoring.
Yeah, not angling for that. But Casey's amazing. So nice.
Yeah.
Incredibly talented. It should be really great for those who
Oh,
make it
yeah.
down there.
Gonna
today.
be so fun. Of course, gonna be so hot. So you guys take care of yourselves. Take some breaks. Get some water. AC whenever you can.
True. So good news, bad news for tonight. Of course, all the things we talked about, we're going to get a closer look at later this evening as we get into our regular evening slate. But they are going to be a little bit different depending on if you're a big baseball fan or not. This is good news or bad news. We are going to have our usual 14 News at 4 and 5. But we're just going to have a streaming show for the 6 o'clock because on our main channel, we are going to have the Cardinals game.
Yeah, so any St. Louis Cardinals fans, you guys are good on 14 News, but everyone else, 14news.com is where you can find us. All right, making sure we don't have any more
Oh, we're getting all
comments.
kinds of love out there today.
Oh,
Getting some
our
waves and
news
stuff.
director
Come
says we
on.
need Rob to play trombone on 14 News at 5. I agree with you, Emily.
Okay, well, first of all, no. And my trombone is actually being used by my brother-in-law, a music teacher who coincidentally lives in Europe now. And I know that sounds made up, but it is
No,
not.
it's not. It's for real.
So,
He's got a cool
yeah,
family.
That,
Yeah.
that thing is gone. I know you think, we've got trombones here. No, you don't. And don't check because I don't
He's
want to
not
do
playing,
it.
guys. No pressure. No
That's for
pressure.
no one. That is for nobody.
Well, we'll leave that to the professionals at Friday After 5. That's okay. We can stick to anchoring.
I can live with that. All right. Well, thank you so much for carving out a little bit of your Friday to hang out with us. Of course, we will be back for our evening shows tonight and 14 News at 10.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great afternoon.